I've thought for a long time that a lot of people are haunted. They don't know they're haunted, and they're not haunted by the dead, spirits of the dead. They're haunted by memories. They're just haunted in their lives about some instance, um, something they got or didn't get, something they wanted to get that they didn't get. I do, and also I do think I have had the experience of beings. I have had ghostly, what we would call ghostly experience. A few years back, more than a few years, more than 10 years back, my brother had a prostate cancer. And I began smelling smoke in my house when I was all alone in the house. I began smelling smoke, cigarette smoke. And I'd run outside. Who was smoking around my house? And is it coming in through the windows? And no, there was nobody there. And after a while, a couple of days, it would come and it would go. I remember that my mother was a smoker. And she had died, I don't know, like 20 years before that. And I said to her, Mom, he's not here. Robert's not here. He lives a few blocks away. And that stopped. It stopped. My brother, by the way, was cured. So that was a very ghostly experience for me. But more than that, because I had a very difficult childhood, which I will not go into in detail again. I was in an exercise class a few years later, and I had done a lot of work. I had done a lot of group work, 12-step work, private therapy, healing my childhood. And I had quite a bit of resentment of my mother and anger towards my father. But I'd really, forgiven them, let it go. Forgiveness is really something you do for yourself. It's a start. Anyway, I was in exercise class, and again, that cigarette smoke thing happened, and I went, "What the? Nobody is smoking in this class, And it went on off and on for a couple of days. And I thought, this is so weird. And I was there another time at exercise class, and I was rolling up my mat and putting it away, and I distinctly heard my mother's voice, and it said, "I'm sorry," and I burst into tears. It was this crowd was like running out of there, like I didn't want anybody to see me crying. And that was profound for me, because that was for me the end of it. I stopped resenting her, and it was very real. Now I'm sure they've got all kinds of experiences, but I was not having a stroke, and I wasn't on drugs. And, we can't authenticate. You know what? People who don't believe in this have never had the experience. When you have the experience, you go, whoa, wait a minute. Maybe there is an energy out there that we can't explain. And I know they can take pictures of your aura. But anyway, this morning I guess I was feeling a little haunted. I was walking along with my dog, and I was looking up there was still a little bit of moon in the sky. I was like, oh my God, I'm on a planet. I'm an earthling on a planet. How real is this? How real is it? So listen, I had to fight. Then I was like, oh, don't cross that barrier, Carol. Don't cross that barrier. You can't afford to be hospitalized. You have to be able to take care of yourself. And as I thought about that, and in a more, I wouldn't say rational, in a different way, because I'm also reading John Rethorst's book, the art of teaching ethics. Teaching art teaches ethics. I don't remember. Just look it up. Or I'll put it in the comments. And it's all about these different philosophers and philosophy, and how we think and how we form our thoughts. And it's about imagination and empathy. It's about a lot of stuff. It's really, it's light and heavy at the same time. And it's like way above my head, way above my head. I can only read 10 pages at a time. But he's a friend of mine, so I really want to read this book. And it's very stimulating. And I was thinking about some of the thoughts in the book about empathy and about imagination. Imagination is an incredible thing. And some people actually don't have imagination. People like myself, I can see in my mind, if you say, I have a blue cup, a coffee cup, I will see a blue coffee cup. I may not see your blue coffee cup, but I will imagine a blue coffee cup. I can see a picture of a blue coffee cup. Some people can't do that, and I feel that they are very lucky people. But some people are really haunted, and they don't know they're haunted. And whether they're haunted by disembodied spirit, or whether they're haunted by an emotion, they're haunted. That's a real problem. And if you have those feelings, you want to figure out what they are, because they cause us to make decisions that are not always in our best interest. Like if we have a feeling, or we have a longing, or we like a certain kind of thing, and we know it's really not the best thing for us, but we like it, we want to find out why and see if we can find a substitute for it. I do tapping. That works for me. That brings me, that ground, what we call grounds me, because I'm a writer and I'm an artist, and I can space out. I really can. I can go into another space. And when I used to use drugs and marijuana and whatever else they gave me, Librium and Valium to calm my anxiety, I still have anxiety. It just doesn't control me. It just doesn't control me. I'm very anxious right now. I've got people coming today. Oh my God. I'm still working on this, rehab. You can see what's going on here. And everybody, the two people that I were sort of main on it, they left. Haunted people. They had their own things. Who knows what that's the other thing. When you're talking to somebody and they're haunted in some way, when I say haunted, again, I'm not meaning by some disembodied spirit. Could be an emotion they're haunted by, or feeling. They don't know it. They don't know it. So becoming aware of where your feelings come from are kind of good. There are a lot of people out there that can help you with it. Watch out for charlatans. There are a certain number of people that are charlatans. There's a certain number of people that have a gift. There was a book by Michael Crichton, who wrote Coma. He was a doctor. And I do believe that book was called Travels. And that was about his, he went out to prove that everybody was a charlatan, until he found people who had a genuine gift for seeing the invisible that was accurate. And that is a really interesting thing. I'm going to go back to this haunting thing, because I think there are a lot of people right now who are controlled by, I don't want to say the media, but we get images. Like, let's say we love the Marvel movies. We love the Marvel movies. We really, if you're a child, when you're a child, you don't really discern that Superman is not a real. Superman is a character. Superman is a character. However, we still believe in, quotes, Superman, don't we? We really do. That's somebody who is going to solve all your problems. Oh, it's going to solve all the problems of the world. But really, it's your responsibility, isn't it? You are more powerful than you know you are. So my little advice to you this morning, since I've just had an episode of being haunted and having to go, whoever you are, get out of here. This is not you. This is not me. Go away. And tapping. If you have that, if you have a feeling, oh, this just doesn't feel like me today, look it up. EFT, tap. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. How's your energy today? I hope it's really great.